Hey, what is up guys? It's your boy Crimson Red, and today I want to show off a new strat. Oh, okay. But I'm going to be showing off a new strat that honestly, I'm only doing this for your guys' personal opinion and for you guys to test it out and tell me what you guys personally think about it. I'm going to show you different examples of what everybody uses now, like 1x1s, tunnels, and where you build up with a stair and then cover yourself with a roof. I'm gonna show you different examples with my building strat of how it's either better or how it's kind of better just to stick with the basics. You know, what's broken, don't fix it type thing. But if you guys enjoy the video, make sure to like and subscribe as well. I'm gonna be doing more videos like this, of course, Fortnite. And in the comments, like I said, just tell me different ways that I could improve on my building when it comes to this different strat, or if you guys have your own different kinds of strats, and I don't mind testing them out and just seeing different ways of how they can be used. But anyways guys, without further ado, let's get into the video. Alright, so as you guys can see, we have a 1x1. This is the floor and then the roof, and then right here we actually have, what the hell is that? We have a tunnel right here. So we're just gonna start off with the 1x1. Pretty much 1x1s are very used in the Fortnite community. I want to say at least 95% of them use it. The 5% are people that just don't build at all. And very easy for peeking out and just shooting somebody down. Very easy for hiding. And I don't know who the original creator of it was. I just saw Tfue use it first. But with the whole peeking thing where you would do something like this. Right now it got heavily nerfed because right here you can even see that there's a X. Used to be able to just be like very close and be able to see the whole range and then just be able to peek. Now you kind of have to be like all the way up here just to kind of be able to peek. You can still be back here, it's just your range is or your view of sight is a little bit out of range. Because right here, if you're trying to do it, one, you can't even hit. It's going to hit the metal. And two, your head is exposed. But pretty much everybody knows how a 1v1 or a 1x1 works. So here, I'm just going to show you my kind of my own little way. So first, build a step. Say you're getting into a build battle. You're going to build a floor, pyramid, and then a wall. And then you can do it as a 1x1. So here's my own little kind of 1x1 that I would make. It's a with a pyramid, and I'm gonna show you a bunch of different ways of how this could be better, and also its pros and its cons of the old-fashioned 1x1 over there. So the one pro is I see a lot of people when they do this. I see a lot of people with the older ones. They'll kind of come up here and peek, and they'll do a little bit of something like this. Now, if somebody's a little bit further or something like that, I see a lot of people where they'll jump. Now, with stairs, you're exposing yourself a lot more. Like, your whole body is exposed when you're doing something like this. Now, this is mostly for, like, beginners, because I know, there's, with pros and stuff like that, there's a little bit more of a control when you guys jump. But with this, it's actually a very good height. Pretty much the highest that it goes up to is, I want to say, like your chest that gets exposed, which is a hell of a lot better than your whole body. And you can actually pick off a couple of shots. So somebody's coming, somebody's coming at you or whatever, and they're building around you, just a quick bop right there. Instead of just being right here and doing a huge bop. Now the main thing with this is editing. So I know I just said kind of with this one that with the whole like peak thing that it was pretty much for beginners. This next one is definitely for pros because there's a lot of editing to it, which if you got editing down pat, then there should be no problem at all. So say there's somebody over there, you're right here, you're getting shot at, which this is actually something that I want to bring up too. If you guys are being shot at, you have this whole coverage right here. Your whole body is covered, and while you're still back here, you can actually place down a wall. Another thing as well for the people that, talk about like, oh, I like the old 1x1s. You can still make an old 1x1. These still turn into stairs. And these are actually very easy to make into stairs as well. Again, for like a beginner type of thing, very easy to switch directions. It's just 2 panels instead of how it is here where it's a whole like movement system. Because I know when I first started playing Fortnite, when I would edit, the one main mistake is I would make something like this where it would be a half stair, or I would just, you know, do something and it just wouldn't like work out. A lot of this would be confusing to me to begin with. So for a lot of beginners, it's just something that's very simple. It's 2 little blocks and you just decide what angle you want them to be at, pretty much. So say you're getting shot at, you got your walls, you're building walls. Very easy to just, and then re-edit. I know a lot of people, what they would do is they would do something like this, which is also a very good strat as well. And then with the pyramid, you get a little bit of a, what's it called? A, kind of like a height as well with it. And also as well, say you're right here, a lot of people, they'll just do the whole body, like a whole body experience. So most of your head, your chest is exposed. You can actually come back here and you can still, you know, right now pretty much your head and your shoulder and your arm is exposed and you're still very covered from the pyramid. But with this, it's just like a simple, and boom, you're good. You can do it as well. You can be a little bit extreme as well by doing it this way. Now, one thing that people would be talking about that would probably be a con is how open you are when it's like this, because it's still very open. One thing is that I would say about that, I know when I get into a gunfight, most of the time that the reason I die is because I get shot from my back. So if I'm doing it like this, okay, if I'm doing it somehow where it's like all I have to worry about is the front of my body getting shot, and not where I'm peeking to the point where my whole body is exposed, because everywhere around me besides my front is covered. And truthfully, I rather have my whole front, you know, exposed than just my whole self exposed. And then another thing as well is if your opponent is building up on you, it's very simple to just, you know, do a very simple build off and you're back at it again. But yeah, guys, that is pretty much the 1x1 if we were doing it with my little strat right there. Definitely ways for improvement. I'm just still trying to figure that out. But that's what I'm showing this video out here for, is just for your guys' opinion as well. Is the strat, you know, viable? Does it suck? It's pretty good. It's not. You know, just let me know in the comments below. Next one we're going to go to is the stairs, and then you're getting shot at, and boom, you're right here. Very simple to just edit, and you're on your way. The only problem that I have with this, and is what I'm really hoping somebody finds something brand new, a better way to do it, is one, it wastes a material, because you're just, you know, you're out here, you edit it, and boom, it's gone. And I'm one of those guys that I know that material is very scarce in this meta. And I know that, like, every time that, you know, I waste a material or something like that, I just feel bad. That's just personally me. But with my strat, it does take a little bit of time to kind of set up, because you have to do the floor, stair, wall. And if they're in front of you, again, you can just hit, you know, shoot a couple times, re-edit it, and boom, you're on your way. And now you have the higher ground. The only problem with this is, like, say if you're doing it this way, boom, you're very simple, very fast. With this, it does take a little bit more of a time. You know, you're right here, you have to go like that, which it does have a little bit more of a I want to say startup time, which, I mean, if you're getting rain down, this would definitely not be a good build to use, especially if they're, say, on a mountain like that and they're right there and you have to build up to them. I would like to say that this is not a very good strat to use. And I want to show off the pros and the cons. I really don't want to, you know, sell this like I'm not trying to sell anything. This is literally just me trying to think of, like, new cool strats that people could use, and just to, you know, kind of improve the game and help people out. So I do want to show off the pros and the cons. When it comes to a 1x1, this strat is very good, very useful, But when it comes to rushing high grounds or anything like that, I want to say that this strat is not the best. Now, here we go with the tunnel. I've been seeing a lot of people that have been playing the summer skirmish use these type of things. And they're very useful because they cover everything around you, and it kind of psychs out the opponent of where you truly are. Because you're in this whole, you know, tunnel right here, and you could be anywhere. You could be over there, you could be here. They'll never know. So with this new strat as well, I do see a lot of people towards the end game. They'll be right here and they'll just, you know, start shooting off. Or what they'll be doing is they'll just be waiting to move to the next circle, because the next circle is so damn small because they're at the end that right now this is just pretty much a waiting game. So with this, we'll have right here, we'll have a pyramid, and then I'll show it off where there is one. So like I showed with the 1x1, with the pyramid right here, say you're right here, most of your body is still pretty much protected from the pyramid, versus if you just did it like this way, where, you know, half of your body is pretty much exposed. But yeah, half of your body is still pretty much like secured right here. And then as well, I know one thing is, say the circle is moving in, you need to get out of there, boom, and now you have the high ground. Now I know one thing as well is sometimes you just can't have the high ground just because maybe someone's higher than you, so you need to continue on your pyramid. And that's when I wouldn't even worry about doing the pyramid. That's when I would just worry about doing this, where you, you know, edit it up, and then you just continue on making that that pyramid or the tunnel that you have. Now, one other thing that I forgot to show actually when I was doing the one by one, which is actually very, very useful. Now, say you're trying to let's just say this is a campfire, for example. Say you're trying to use your campfire. Most of the time, people will just, you know, be right here if they're trying to be aggressive. Now, say you have like 2 health and you really need to heal. Something that you can actually do is you can stand under here, and you can also do the build of the floor in the pyramid. Now, this is a terrible example because I did decide to use a launch pad for a goddamn as an example. So yeah, let's just say that the campfire is here. You now have 3 layers of protection. Now, the only thing that I see a lot of people not use this for anymore is just because they want to be aggressive and they want to have, like, they always want to just be ready. And if you are in the pyramid, you're kind of stuck because you know, you really can't go anywhere unless you edit out. You pretty much have to be like, okay, I gotta go now, and then you just, you know, get out of there. But with 3 layers of protection from at least above, if someone's shooting you down, they have a lot to shoot down, and that's pretty much impossible, or they're going to be using like a whole clip, and you're going to be set for a while. Now, one thing that I actually didn't get to test out yet was if making it a stair. So you can actually still do a launch pad as well. Like I said, the pyramid is just like a stair. It just gives you more of an option to be able to do different things, such as when it comes to peeking, or just being like your own personal little head glitch as well, where you can just... With the stair, you pretty much have to go all the way up just to do your little personal head glitch. Yeah, guys, if you enjoyed, like I said, this is just something that I really wanted to test out for a while now. I showed it off on stream, and then afterwards I found a little bit more of, you know, different strats and actual viable things that I could do with it. But if you guys enjoyed, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe as well. I'm going to be doing more videos like this, and just, you know, more Fortnite videos in general. And if you guys have any strats that you want me to show off, or maybe that I could, you know, find use for, definitely let me know in the comments, or any ways that I can improve my own, you know, little pyramid strat right here. But anyways, guys, I'm Crimson Red, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.